Hi everyone, Dan Scoff. Early on this Saturday morning, it's just about 3 o'clock in the morning. We have heavy freezing rain and thunderstorms and everything else coming down across the area. The only thing we aren't seeing is snow. Instead, it's rain and freezing rain. Temperatures, though, in Fayetteville, thank goodness, above freezing. We're at 34 degrees. Dew points are in the mid-30s as well, so we will not see freezing in Fayetteville if that temperature holds. I don't expect the temperature to drop much more in the Fayetteville area. However, parts of western and northwestern Benton County are below freezing, but we've had a temperature climb over the last hour or so into the mid-30s. Still freezing in Highfield, 34 degrees in Siloam Springs. Now we do have freezing in Strickler. And as we look at Gravette, still at 31 degrees. But we are starting to trend slowly upwards. That's going to happen throughout the morning into the afternoon. I'm just so thankful this cold front did not come in yesterday, or should I say on Thursday. Otherwise, we would have been in some deep doo-doo with this ice storm. But northwestern and western Benton County still under the threat for significant ice accumulation. Here's why. We already have 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of ice, and that was about a couple of hours ago. Heavy freezing rain continues to come down. This is the update just a little after 2 o'clock, and you can see some of these freezing rain reports. We'll show you that we have about 1/10 of an inch of ice in the Siloam Springs area. That was shortly after midnight. We also had some freezing rain near Delaware. That was in Flint. That was even later. That was earlier in the evening yesterday at about 7:40. Bella Vista has some light glazing as well. And then in Westville, about 2/10 of an inch of ice coming down. So here's the loop. Lots of thunderstorm activity. Boy, it's been rumbling all morning. Thankfully, where the thunderstorms have occurred, most of that has just been a cold rain. Very, very close to freezing, but instead just a heavy thunderstorm activity with rain and not freezing rain. But you still see a few pinks mixed in there. That's why that glaze is occurring. We already have it in Maysville as well. And the rainfall rates will just continue. We'll take a little radar tour and show you exactly what's going on. Have a little bit of light icing going on in Bella Vista and Bentonville early on this Saturday morning. Springdale and Fayetteville picking up on some light icing, but then it changes to mainly rain as you head down 540 near the Bobby Hopper Tunnel. But there still could be a few spots where the bridges and overpasses could become slick. Rain is starting to drop off, though, as you see here in central and northeastern Oklahoma, but more rain is popping up. This is going to be moving off to the north and east, as you can tell, and that's going to be moving into northwest Arkansas, providing more frozen precipitation in the form of freezing rain and rain. Now, as we look at the lightning data, you'll see that we had a tremendous amount of thunderstorm activity working its way in from the southwest to the northeast. There you can see all that freezing rain occurring, and we zoom out a little more and you'll see more freezing rain that's popping up in Oklahoma. So this is not done with. We continue to get that redevelopment. This is going to be a prolonged event all the way through 6 o'clock on this Saturday evening. So right now the time is just about 3 o'clock. Ice storm warning goes until 6 o'clock in the evening for Benton and Washington County. Look at the size of this low. What's also impressive is if you're doing any traveling to central or southeastern Arkansas, be aware severe weather potential is way up there as well. Here's why. It's 70 degrees in Little Rock at just about 3 o'clock, and it's below freezing in northwest Arkansas. Look at that temperature contrast, and whenever you get that clash of the air masses, severe weather is likely today in eastern sections of Arkansas, northwestern Mississippi, and western Tennessee, and including a high tornado threat. In fact, there's already been a report of a tornado in western Mississippi that occurred on Friday afternoon. We are expecting more tornadic activity in southeastern Arkansas as well as northwestern Mississippi. So doing any traveling towards Memphis, be aware of that as thunderstorms with tornadic potential will develop. Well, this storm has it all, doesn't it? Freezing rain. Thankfully, the majority of northwest Arkansas is a little bit above the freezing mark, but we'll continue with the freezing rain potential. It should change to all rain, as you can see temperatures in the upper 30s, but yeah, we know how bad the temperature trends have been with this computer model and every single computer model. But given with an ice storm and you get the strong south winds, that kind of erodes that cold layer of air near the surface. That's what's expected. We'll see if it happens. Temperatures hovering right around 40 degrees. I don't buy that. I'm saying a high in the middle to upper 30s with the cloud cover. And then we could get a little bit of a light wintry mix late Saturday night into early Sunday. That still remains to be seen, but still a significant storm moving through the area. So that's the latest here from the Weather Center. Gina DeVecchio will be back at 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll be giving live updates of road conditions, and if there's any power outages, we'll have reporters out on the scene. So keep it here with your Northwest Arkansas Weather Authority, and we will keep you safe. Have a good morning.